What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Rich Off Gains podcast. It's your boy CB back again with episode 8 of the Rich Off Gains podcast. Before we get started, quick disclaimer, y'all. Make sure to do your own research. This is not financial advice. So do your own research, share the research. And with that being said, let's get right to it, y'all. Here are 4 wealth building habits that you can start using today in order to build your way up to being wealthy. Number 1, we have delayed gratification. The gap between what you earn and what you spend is the only space for wealth to grow. So if you're spending all the money that you're making and you're not allowing anything to mature, the money to mature, you're setting yourself at a disadvantage by trying to keep up with the Joneses and not delay the gratification. Not delaying the gratification looks like buying the car that you want, buying the house that you want, buying the clothes that you want. While delayed gratification looks like not buying the car that you want, not buying the house that you want, or not buying the clothes that you want, or the things that you feel like you may need in this current moment in time. Here's a fun fact. Warren Buffett lives in the same house to this day that he bought back in the 1950s. So if someone who is known as one of the greatest investors is not keeping up with the Joneses and purchasing new homes, each and every great investment he makes, and he's living in the same home since he's bought in the early 1950s, that just goes to show how important this habit is. Delayed gratification allows you to unlock more wealth for yourself, and not only yourself, but your family as well. If you have the discipline and the ability to go without longer than the normal person. Number 2, we have reading. Knowledge compounds just like money, only if you're willing to acquire it. Those who choose to read and specifically read things about finances and learning how to invest and save money in different financial topics are the ones who will seek wealth in the long term. And the reason for that is where your attention goes, that's where your intention flows. So the things that you pay attention to are the things that you will intentively grow and mature over time. So if I'm reading books and learning how to invest and learning different strategies and learning all these different things, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to be able to succeed more in the future because of the knowledge I'm applying and learning today. So reading is just a fundamental habit in learning, in education, and learning how to grow your wealth throughout time and throughout history. Time and time again, we've shown education being one of the leading factors and important ways to continuously increase what you already have. It may be boring at times, but that's what wealth is. Wealth is boring. Wealth isn't something that's exciting. It's something that's boring, and it's a journey, and you're going to see a lot of consistent growth through doing the same things over and over and again and again and again. It gets boring, trust me. But it's fundamental in your ability to grow in order for you to get the results that you want to get. Number 3, we have saying no. Wealthy people know how to say no. In other words, they're selective. And the reason they're selective is because they know the person who chooses and says yes to every opportunity ends up with scattered energy and scattered results and mediocre results or more average results compared to the person that says no. They're intensively focused on one thing and they're seeing way more and greater results. The reason for that is because they have filtered out the noise and they've removed all distraction from their goal and their desired intent on what they want to do. They know what they want to do and they know what they want to pursue. And in result, they get better results, hence being wealth. So saying no is a vital habit to have if you're trying to pursue wealth. And it's not just saying no to anything. It's saying no to new opportunities. Sometimes it's saying no to family. It's saying no to friends. It's saying no to things that do not align with what you're trying to pursue. So you have to learn and adapt the habit to say no sometimes. Lastly, we have emotional control. Most people lack the ability to control their emotions. When seeking to be wealthy, seeking to be rich in general, you got to have the ability to have logical thinking and separate it from emotional thinking. Because when you think emotionally, you tend to make the wrong, let's be honest, you tend to make the wrong and maybe even the worst decisions of your life just because you think with emotion. However, when you think rational and you think logical, you are better equipped to make a better decision just simply because you are thinking logically. You're not thinking emotionally and thinking about, oh, what happens if I lose my money? Where is this going to go? What's this going to do? This and that, this and that. No, you're simply thinking, well, if I risk this, what can I return? What can I lose and what can I return? If the return is greater than the risk, then 9 times out of 10, you're going to take the risk because you have logical thinking behind your process. Compared to someone who's thinking with emotion, they're thinking with fear and they're thinking with FOMO of missing out and things of that nature. You're going to continuously shoot yourself in the foot because you're thinking with emotion. You have to control your emotional thoughts and think logically. These are the 4 habits to obtain wealth and to keep wealth once you've got it. Comment your favorite habit below. Make sure to leave a like. Let's move on to the next tip. Tip of the week. Stick to your plan. It's important and it's vital, not only in day trading and investing, but also just in life, that whatever plan you equip is that the one that you stick with. And the reason for that is you don't want to falter your own plans too soon, because you might think that something's not working when in reality it's just laying the grounds for you to have a foundation to then grow from once you've accumulated enough results to now progress forward and see more results. But it all comes with the plan that you might have in place. It might be a really good plan. You're just too early to the party and it might not show the results that you're trying to seek. But that does not mean the plan's not working. It just means that it's not happening the way you want it to happen just yet. You have to be patient. You have to continue to stick to the plan and continue to honor the rules and things that you have established in the plan. When it comes to day trading, though, sticking to the plan looks like if you have a maximum stop loss limit for the day, you stick to that plan and you don't trade after that. If you hit your target, you don't trade because you've hit your target. Why would you trade after that? If you had a set target or a set goal that you wanted to hit each day in day trading, you hit your number, why are you still trading? You have to stick to your plan. You have to stick to the things that you said you're going to do in order for you to see the results that you want to see. Sticking to your plan is a vital tip, and I hope you guys apply this to your trading journeys. If you guys want more tips and tricks about day trading and investing, make sure to click the link in the bio, www.continuebelief.com. I share a lot of free resources and tools, tips and tricks about how to day trade, how to get started investing, and so much more. So make sure you guys check out the link in the bio. Thank you guys so much. Make sure to leave a like and follow. And yeah. In other news, precious metals have gone up over 450%. Let's talk about it. This year alone, we've had silver go up year to date 142%, platinum go up year to date over 125%, palladium up over 77%, and gold over 64% year to date. Will they do it again in 2026? I don't think that they'll do 100% like silver and platinum. I don't think they'll get to 100%. I do think there's possible growth, and I would prefer a pullback happen somewhere around 20 to 30% of a pullback to happen in the market, and then from that pullback we have a new opportunity for us to get back in and then see or push back to the highs that we're currently at for the stocks to push forward and move to a new high. That's what I would personally like to see. I do think that this current price, because we did have a pullback today, I do think that the current price is not a bad price to buy. I would just prefer a little bit lower, like I said, somewhere around that percentage that I mentioned. And once we get to that point, I would then look to buy more. Given said that, I do think that this current price is not a bad price to buy. So if you guys are looking to get into precious metals like silver, palladium, platinum, or gold, I definitely think that the current prices that they're at aren't bad prices. I would just prefer a pullback. That's my personal opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Comment below your thoughts, whether or not you guys are in it or not. Let me know, those of you watching who are in these plays, in these positions, how much you guys have returned. I would love to know. And yeah, I think that it's it's very good to see that the precious metals are moving up. It is raising a flag, however, because when the precious metals move up, that means that the dollar for the US dollar is weakening. So with rising prices in silver and gold, that just gives fear to the US economy's dollar and the weakening of the dollar. It's important that you don't have your cash just sitting around in a bank account. It's important that you try to invest it or put it in some format of an asset, a physical asset, preferably something that you can touch or feel and use as a way of exchanging and bartering and trading for value, because inflation is going to drive the dollar down more. And if you're just sitting on the dollar currently, it could be worth less in the next year to 2 years to even more. So it's important that you guys do as much as you can to learn about investing and try your best to invest your money in some format. Don't just let your money sit in an account and burn, because it will burn. And if it sits in the account every year, the dollar continues to lose its value. So if you allow it to lose its value, it will lose its value. But if you try to invest it, you're fighting and combating the inflation, and you're combating the depreciation of the dollar and allowing your money to now make money for you. That's the whole purpose of investing. It's to increase the money that you invest and put into it and see a return over time. So with that being said, I just want to give thanks to God for another amazing week. I'm so thankful to be here. I'm thankful for the Christians that I have, my family, friends, and loved ones. I had a very amazing week last week, trading, family-wise, health-wise, everything was really good. I'm just thankful to be here once again. There was a verse I read yesterday on my video for YouTube for my market predictions. It was Romans chapter 12, verse 12, and it mentioned being patient through the heartaches and through the hardships. And that message resonated with me so well, because so many people, including me, get frustrated when things are not going my way or things are not going their way, and we tend to lose sight of our ambitions and what we're trying to pursue sometimes. And so reading that verse reminded me to stay patient through the hardships, stay diligent, stay focused, and not lose myself in the fear and in the anger of the situation. So that's a reminder to you guys as well. Don't lose fear, don't lose faith in the fear of the thing that's happening to you right now. It's a season, it's temporary. Have faith, have hope, and have belief that you will persevere it, because you will. So with that being said, my name is CB. Thank you guys for watching. This is episode 8 of the Rich Off Gains podcast. Thank you all for tuning in. If you guys are new, make sure to hit that follow button wherever you're listening to this. Whenever you're listening to this, make sure to bookmark this audio. I would greatly appreciate that. Also, check out my website. It is now live. You guys can go on there and get access to my books, ebooks that I have, my online courses, everything you guys need to learn about investing and trading is there. Free day trading course, everything on there, not everything on there. All the courses are free. The books I do charge for the books, but the courses are free. I will have more courses coming out in 2026, so look forward to that as well. But yeah, www.continuebelief.com. Check that out when you guys have some time. Comment below your favorite part of this podcast, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.